I'm not a morning person.
Dedicated to being passionate about it.
Bodybuilders have become more lazy.
People have always thought I lift fake weights.
Iran and the United States.
You take responsibility for that.
Now, what about SARMs? People, I guess, have questions. Are they legal, illegal? What do they fall under exactly?
So obviously SARMs are selective androgen receptor modulators, and it's a classification of substances that are synthetically created. They're made in labs. There are no SARMs in the food we eat. You're not getting, SARMs aren't coming out of a farm tomato or something. So they don't classify as dietary supplement ingredients, which really are limited to the things that are in our food. So you can't sell SARMs as dietary supplement ingredients. So if you go into a mom and pop health food store and somebody's selling SARMs, let's say Ostarine, which is one of the SARMs, maybe the most popular, and it's Ostarine in a bottle in a health food store, or it's on a website being sold and it's labeled as a dietary supplement, that's not legal for them to sell. It's not a controlled substance. It's not like steroids, so it's not a crime to possess it like an anabolic steroid would be, but it would be a crime to sell it mislabeled as a dietary supplement ingredient.
So how can you sell it though? Because the doctors won't prescribe it, right? I mean,
no, because it's not it's not an approved drug. Most of the SARMs are not approved. Ostarine is in the pipeline to be released as a drug. So if you're selling it as a supplement, it's a misbranded drug. If you're selling it as a research chemical, well, if you're selling it as a research chemical, wink, wink, under circumstances that make it clear that it's really a drug, well, that's selling an unapproved drug. So at this point, the only way of selling any kind of SARM in a legal way would be, I guess, if you're a major medical chemical supply company legitimately selling these to research institutions or hospitals for research purposes, not selling to individual consumers, for the purposes of wink research.
Right. But possessing SARMs is not illegal.
So possessing SARMs, as we sit here today, Vlad, there is no law that puts SARMs into the Controlled Substances Act, which would make the mere possession of them a crime. But there are some bills to do that, and they've been kicking around Congress. And there are some people in legislative positions who would like to add SARMs into the Controlled Substances Act, similar to steroids. If that bill were to become a law, then at that point, the mere possession. So if you had a bottle of Ostarine, even labeled as a dietary supplement that you bought online in 2016, and you had that in your car or you had that in your house, and for whatever reason the police came in and find it, that would be a violation of the federal law if the federal law passes. And usually states follow the federal law. So once the feds criminalize something, then individual state legislatures do the same, and then even local police would be able to act on the possession of a SARM. But that hasn't happened yet.